What is going on, guys? Welcome back to week 13 of our Big 12 Team Builder Dynasty. We got a big week for you guys. Today, it's alternate jersey week.
Oh, all right. Amarillo coming in. I would argue in the driver's seats for the Big 12 West. I would argue, but the Prairie Dogs have a good shot. If they can win here today, they will be in the driver's seat with a matchup against Denver Tech next week. But Amarillo plays Midland State next week, so there's a lot of intrigue going on here. Bubba Robinson handing off to Dante Lavelle to open things off. Bubba was hurt last week. Cody Henderson, the senior, came in and beat Midland, and we have a for sure touchdown there if that is fielded cleanly. There's no reason to celebrate. Prairie Dog cheerleaders.
Kind of a little bit of a hook and ladder type of play there, pulling out some Boise State stuff.
And it didn't work. It should have worked.
Well, go figure for the Prairie Dogs. Number 20 versus number 8. Let's see if we can get a little bit of an upset going on here.
Hey-o.
And by this time, after this pick, it's looking like we might have a little bit of an upset here. Prairie Dog Nation coming up big time, coming to play here. First pass of the game from Justin Davis.
And you said it. Justin Davis might be the most underrated quarterback in this conference. Amarillo's offense is off the charts good, so getting a defensive touchdown early is big. And I had a pick right there. Pressed Y. I don't know. I tried to stop him, but
he didn't go up for it.
Just ran right past the ball. And Griffin Rivers, who destroyed us last year, 5 touchdowns, I believe.
I was going to say, I think it was 5.
There it is.
Yep. I think I watched that game just a couple weeks ago, actually. Trying to get a little bit of a prepper here going on, and Amarillo defense trying to get a turnover of their own. Bubba Robinson going to fumble this, but it is recovered. Anyway, 3rd and 11. Here's a big throw, looking for something deep to Derek Smith, the senior. And that is going to be incomplete. Nice play there by Patrick Clark, the cornerback. 2nd and 9 situation for the Dillos, and here's Ross for the catch on the left side. It's 26 yards there. You guys are switching some things up. Guys can't really get back to their assignments, and JD's got all day to throw. Pass completed to David Sledge, the tight end, and that is going to be another 7 points for the Dillos.
Yeah, I'm looking a little rusty so far. Did okay against Midland, but right now we're making some mistakes. Here's Robinson. Pitch to Anderson. Boom.
Oh, you didn't expect that, did you?
I love how he makes the spin, and he's like, oh, did I beat him? No, you didn't.
You definitely did not. 2nd and 1 situation. No, now here's a fumble. And like we talked about, Amarillo was feasting, and they were chomping at the bit. You know, they were like, man, we want that turnover. We got to get a turnover of our own. And I
had the pitch. Like, if he would have thrown it forward a little bit, like these guys do all the time, I had it. I had him.
No, you did. You did.
Except would have maybe picked up 2 yards.
Something, his arm just didn't get extended out. Didn't make the play. But here's Ungermeyer almost making a pick. That would have been Davis's 2nd of the game, but it's going to turn into 3 points. A field goal for Amarillo, 17-10.
17 unanswered for the Dillos, and Dante Lavelle stuffed by Larson. 4th and 1, which you could argue is cheesing it, but we got reverse cheesed. We got our comeuppance right there. I thought I had a play there, and we had decent field position. Made sense to go for it. Couldn't execute though. Ezekiel Henry stuck on the screen. So 3rd and 13. Let's see if we can get a big stop here on 3rd down, and somebody's going to be open. How much do you want to bet?
Davis. He had just planted his feet right there. Would have been a nice completion, but it is going to go the Prairie Dogs' way on that drive. Now here's a little bust-off sack, but he's going to go down anyway. Bubba, he made a good play there to avoid some pressure, but still just couldn't last on the second defender coming through. So 4th and 2. Call timeout here. You're going for it again, and this time it's picked off. So you guys on 4th down, you're making some mistakes here, and Bubba can't catch Patrick Clark. That's going to be a pick 6. The turnovers are looming large again for Gansu.
So I thought I read it before the snap, but right like a millisecond before I pressed B, I said, wait a minute, he's not open. And then by then it was just way too late. So we got a chance to pick up a field goal back. I'm making some really crappy plays here, and the Armadillos are taking advantage, but we do tack on 3, so it's still a pretty competitive game here, 24-13. We just got to clean it up, play a lot smarter. I've played a lot smarter before in this dynasty. I gotta go back to the well and quit doing some dumb things if I'm gonna win.
3rd and 3, little QB draw animation there from JD. He's going to toss it right up the middle to Ed Moss for 26. First and goal for the Dillos. Here's the pass completed to Moss again, and this time for a touchdown for Amarillo. That's 31-13. And now you guys are back in business here up past the 50. Seamus. So Reagan going to get 19. He's going to move the football here. First and goal. Bubba, what do you got? He's going to spin out. He's got the blockers. Can he find somebody open? Oh, man, they had this cleaned up in that end zone. They had everything covered. Had he taken a shot, it could have been picked. So it's probably a good idea by Bubba just to hang on to it. Here's Dante LaBelle for a jump. He got hit at the line, but he still controlled himself to get into the end zone. That's a good play for Dante.
Yeah, you can go over the 1 yard line monster. It's only about 3 feet tall. So if you get on top of it, it's clear sailing. There's a missed tackle.
JD Davis. Justin Davis.
Here's the problem, guys. If I don't dive, they're just going to get bulldozed right over. They're not going to complete the tackle. They just run in. So I got to dive. There's the 1 yard line monster. 38-20. It's not looking good for the P-Dogs. Here's Hargrove for a touchdown. 1 yard score.
Okay. All right, so are you going to go for 2 here and make it a 10-point game?
Nah, we're going to keep it 11. Just to be safe.
Just to
extend the game.
Conservative.
Yep, there's a big shot.
Okay.
More with the pick.
All
I think
right.
he's our freshman, right? Safety.
So here's the deal. Now you got to score. You're down 11. You got to score now.
That wasn't going anywhere. Gonsu. Going down, 3rd and 14. Let's see if I get somebody open. I got Niall Cotton.
Oh, get the first down. No, he didn't get the first. So you guys are going to go for it on 4th down again? You have to. 3rd time.
Go back to Avery Winston. God, our 4th downs were horrible in this game. I mean, really, if we had converted those 4th downs, I mean, we're talking about a completely different game. And it looks like Amarillo is going to tack on another score here. The inevitable march.
Oh, just stiff-armed you into oblivion there. That's Ezekiel Henry for 5. It's going to be 45-27. And we'll see if the P-Dogs can at least get another touchdown here. Maybe a turnover after they get the score. But, guys, that's going to be Ed... I think, what is his name? Gold? It's Mark Gold? Yeah, Mark Gold. I kept thinking Ed Moss, the receiver. But Ed Gold... Mark Gold.
Nobody is named Ed.
No.
Born in the 2000s.
No, not... I mean, maybe there are.
I don't think so.
After Twilight, you get Edward, you know?
That could be.
All these teeny boppers that are now like 25.
Yeah, they're having kids.
Had kids.
Coming down the road.
Edward.
Yeah.
It happened. Well, the P-Dogs lose.
Yeah, it was not pretty. We played a really dumb football game. Could have been a lot cleaner. Now we have Ardmore Broken Arrow here. Big rivalry.
The Okie Classic.
The Okie Classic.
Yes, we got Grayson Stanfield, who had a pretty decent game last week. 3 touchdowns. I want to see that completion percentage a little bit better. Yeah, I'm kind of nitpicking at this point, but I do.
Do you guys play for any trophies, like like the wagon wheel or anything like that?
It'd be
old brass spittoon.
No, it'd be a lasso.
Okay.
The Wranglers, yeah, playing Wranglers.
Heads up.
Yeah, we got Savage here with a touchdown. Go figure. This is something he always seems to do every single week. Is at least catch 1 touchdown pass. And this is a big-time play here. I mean, we're challenging the safety out there, and we didn't even come close to making the play.
Play the ball.
Yeah,
play the ball.
Not the receiver. Play the ball.
Oh,
we got Lamont Christian here
Christian
with blockers behind him.
Clear sailing.
I mean, nobody's catching him. That was a Drakeenan Timmons type of play, like shades of Drakeenan Timmons.
Now he's got 1 year left, correct? This should be his junior season.
I think he's gone. I think this is his last year.
Well, that was a failure if that is. I mean, is a much hyped recruit and never really put anything together.
No, I mean, it was just his teammates. It was a lot to do with his teammates here. But here's a pass to Darnell Savage again, trying to force some things. I think trying to make big plays, trying to go for those highlight reel catches and highlight reel hookups with Stanfield and Savage, and that's not going to work out. So we get the ball back to Uba, but they're going to turn it back to us after our defense plays relatively well on that drive. 2nd and 3. And here's Darnell Savage for 10 down the sidelines. Okay, so we got a little read option play here. That's Brent Guerrero up there for 11. We're moving the chains. We're moving the sticks. 7-7 game. I don't like this. We got to get big plays here. Washington with a double spin. He's got blockers. Can he get the touchdown? Yeah, we got pushed into the end zone. So Brian Washington, he's like a glitch in the system or something, man. He makes 2 spin moves, breaks one guy's ankles, breaks the second, gets to the block, and then nobody's gonna be able to tackle him or something. We get pushed into the end zone. Washington scores the second touchdown for Ardmore, 14-7. Now here's some trouble. Ryan Viper III busting off tackles, reading blockers. He's gonna get to 43 yards on that play alone. Here's Chauncey Nelson. He's gonna make a sack in the backfield on Lamont Christian. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13. It looked like the same play there. They got a guy in motion to the left, but a nice play there by Derek Andrews. He should have picked it off, for sure. He definitely should have. 3rd and 13. What's the play call going to be here, though? They check it down to Mendoza. He's going to get 10, so you would expect this is going to be 3 for Uba, and it will be. 2nd and 5. Pass completed to Darnell Savage down the sideline, something that we love to do. 3rd and 12 after a loss on a run play, and we are going the other way. That was a terrible read. And Uba's going to get their 2nd turnover off of Stanfield. So you want to wonder why this game's close? It's because of the Ardmore turnovers. And then look at this flip here to Holmes. Bust off 1 tackle. Jamar Diggs can't make the 2nd tackle. And Lamont Christian is now responsible for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's going to go down in the books as a pass.
Yes.
Now remember, guys, it's very important. These Uba alternate jerseys are not black. Remember that. It's super dark maroon.
Okay.
It's not black. You just got to look really closely. I'm talking about my team. How about Darnell Savage?
Yeah, so can I talk about my team?
No, you're not allowed to.
Darnell Savage catches another touchdown pass, and then we got a interception late here in the 3rd quarter. That's Boyd Scales. You always made fun of Boyd Scales.
Yeah, I did.
Just because of his name. Are you yawning?
Yeah.
This game's boring to you?
I'm bored. I mean, what do you think's going to happen?
What do you think's going to happen?
Ardmore's going to win.
You don't know that. We've gotten upset by Uba before. In the Bryan Street days, if you remember that.
That was a long time ago.
Well, here's Stanfield going to get picked off again in the end zone. So can you not yawn anymore?
Is there a chance?
There is a chance. 3rd and 3. Christian. Pass.
Doink.
Okay. Maybe there's not a chance. Do they deserve to win the game? I mean, they're dinking and dunking all day long.
17 first downs to 4.
And somehow the game's close.
Yeah.
It's because we've had 3 freaking turnovers.
Maybe Ardmore better get it in
to
gear here.
Yeah, that's my fault. We're not playing like the number 2 team in the country, for sure. We got all the talent in the world, but we're not getting it done. 1st and goal, Stanfield. Pass completed to Brian Washington. This time, this was a non-glitched touchdown, so we can take credit for that. 28-17. 6:34 left to go. Pass completed to Mendoza. Is going to get out of bounds.
Mendoza's carved out a pretty nice career here. One of our first custom recruits in our first recruiting class. Now a redshirt senior.
He's been a nice little player for him. 3rd and 9. Christian. Got to get a first down here, bud. Pass completed to Raul Braga, the tight end, but we get a big hit. That's Anthony Jacobs, our middle linebacker. He's got a big body. He's going to make that play on Braga look easy. 4th and 3. Pass completed, and oh no. Terrible tackling by Ardmore and Cedric Barrett. Touchdown, Uba. They're going for 2. They're going a little headstrong here. They're going for 2 to make this a 3-point game. They're going to get it. Okay, so Holmes in the back of the end zone for 2 points. And here's Xavier Wiggins up the middle with 4:42. Ardmore's back in business here near the red zone. 1st and goal. Nelson. That's Willie Nelson. He's going to fumble the ball. Uba picks it up, but that's going to go down as the 4th turnover. But was he down? That's always the question.
Probably.
It looks like he was. I like this angle a little bit better, and he was. That elbow
So the
did
ground
touch.
can't cause a fumble. you know that?
Yes.
Oh, touchdown.
And thank God for that, because guess what? Our turnover that didn't happen led to a touchdown. So how many times did you see that in real games? You know, a turnover could swing the momentum, and then the referee calls it the other way, and we get a touchdown. Yeah.
Tony Williams.
It's a garbage touchdown, man. I mean, it's a garbage time touchdown for sure.
Let's get this onside kick, boys.
And they're not going to do it. Onside kicks never work. They never work. So Savage comes up with football. We had over 101 more yards than Uba, even though in a close game. And your final score will be 35-32. Uba played their hearts out. We kind of almost let the game slip away with all the turnovers that were happening on our end. We got to clean it up as well. Nebraska State got to clean it up next week here against Denver Tech.
Won.
Well, that's what we do here at Ardmore. We win games.
Yeah, we choke.
What about him? How do you think he feels?
Lamont?
Yeah, Lamont Christian. How do you think he feels?
I think he's like a Donovan Peoples-Jones type. Okay. He's had a mediocre college career, but all these NFL people are going to be like, we can work with him. You know, and they'll get picked in the 6th round, and he'll carve out a nice little 4-year career, maybe bounce around in the CFL, a couple practice squads, call it a day, go work at a day job, selling cars or being an accountant or whatever he's doing.
Moving on. Let's talk about this game. Denver Tech and Midland State. This is a huge game. Probably one of the biggest of the entire year.
Lamont Christian cannot open up a dealership in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, because nobody will shop there. And on that note, Midland State, Denver Tech, as you were saying before I so rudely interrupted.
Yeah, you're stealing my thunder here, man.
Ken Collins, this is it, man. Midland still in a good position to take the Big 12 West, despite losing to Nebraska State last week. But they're going to have to go on the road and beat mighty Denver Tech, who are not looking so mighty these days.
No, they definitely have a chance. You know, when you just look at the rankings here, 17 against 9, you would think that Midland State has the better odds, right? But you know what? Ratings and rankings, sometimes they don't really matter too much. Obviously, Denver Tech, we know, very, very tough at home. And they're a tough football team, and they've been tough throughout this entire series. We're through 6 seasons, guys, and they're still one of the better teams in the Big 12. So Ken Collins looking for his Heisman type of moments, and they need plays like that. McKinley Harris for 26. What did you just say? Dead?
He would have been dead.
He would have been, probably. Yeah. No, I don't think anybody's laying their body out like that in today's game. So here's a pass, a little swing pass, and they beat the 1-yard line monster. Kyle Wagner gets into the end zone. He gets the ball extended.
I thought for sure they had him. That was so close. They wanted to take it away.
Screw you, 1-yard line monster. Bobby Greer.
Oh, man.
What to say about Bobby Greer?
Playing, huh?
So Andre Brand is still hurt, and actually, he's out for 7 weeks, so he's not coming back. Yeah, he had like a collarbone issue, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, that's actually factual. If we went to the injury report, you would see that. So Andre Brandt is out now for Denver Tech. So, hey, maybe Midland State could get this W. You know, but Bobby Greer can hold his own. Saw a couple runs.
We're going to have to see what he can do. Played okay last week, but it still wasn't quite enough for Denver Tech.
Here's a screen pass to Scott Thomas, the best overall player in the Dynasty.
I said so. Down at the
1-yard line. 1-yard line. By the way, they went for it on fourth and 1.
Yeah. First and goal. Scott Thomas, 0-yard touchdown run. And it is tied. All right, Denver Tech. We're in those alternates, so again, this is alternate week.
It's alternate week, but Midland State didn't get the memo.
Yeah, you know, they got the purple pants. They also didn't get the memo that they're supposed to lose to Denver Tech, that they're supposed to choke. They've beaten Denver Tech once or twice. I believe once so far. I think they're 1-4. But
Well, they're starting to get the benefit of the doubt here with the luck with the referees, too. That looked like that ball was not fumbled. It looked like it hit the ground, but
checks are starting to clear.
Yeah, they're starting to get some calls turned their way.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. Television studios must want Midland in the Big 12 championship game.
Against Ardmore, of course.
Something like that going on.
Something that should have happened a few years ago.
Rigged.
3rd and 7 here for Kent, Collins, and the Mustangs, and they are going to go backwards. It's Kyle Wagner. Going to get dropped for a 2-yard loss. It's going to go back to Denver Tech, and now Tech is going backwards. That Midland State defense, that underrated defense this season, they're coming up pretty big so far in this game. We're already in the 2nd quarter, guys, and they keep pushing Denver Tech backward. Bobby Greer going to get sacked for a 4-yard loss. 3rd and 19. Greer looking to fire one deep. Nope. And that's going nowhere.
Yeah, I think you raised a good point. Midland's defense has had a couple of good versions of themselves throughout this dynasty, and they don't get a lot of credit. They are thought of as an offensive kind of team, but really they're usually pretty well balanced. Here's a long field goal.
With room to spare.
Kick is good. All right. The altitude out there in Denver.
Could play a factor in tonight's game for sure, especially with that cold November thin air.
Yeah.
It's looking like it might play that factor. But we get a face mask call here from that Midland State defense. They're going to grab the face mask of Scott Thomas. That's Cedric Taylor, the one-time 5-star prospect, I believe. And here's Greer avoiding the sack somehow, and he's going to try to pick up the first. Did he get it? He's going to go 2 inches. They will pick up that first down a little bit later there. So with 2:40 to go, Greer's going to go down once again. I don't know how many sacks that is, but it's quite a bit for the first half for sure. So Midland is coming for Bobby Greer.
Yeah. He's not looking too comfortable back there.
Nope.
Slings it to Pierre. Pierre should have picked that off. Incomplete. 4th and 10 though, so they're gonna kick the field goal. 10-10 ball game here.
Almost picked.
Wallace Jones.
Great name. It's a great name. So both quarterbacks like playing with fire here apparently. Greer though playing with fire this time, but it's gonna be picked off. Midland State causes another turnover for Denver Tech. This time to Sean Flowers. Now that's a great name. 2nd and 10. Nice play there between 4 Denver Tech defenders. McKinley Harris makes this catch look easy. Put it in the bucket. Kent Collins. Deep pass here to the right. Nothing doing there. Andrew Davis.
40 seconds. 40 seconds. Corner. Got it. Touchdown. Colton Yo, the monster.
Dude,
he's a 3-star cornerback recruit who could play receiver as he was requested. He was very versatile. He's turning out to be a much better wide receiver, I think, than he ever would have been.
He's leading the entire NCAA in touchdown. No, that's Darnell Savage. But yards and receptions, it's all Colton Yo right now. It's crazy. So he is just going off in year number 6. But Denver Tech does start to work the ball downfield with limited time here in the 2nd quarter. And they bang a field goal right through to get 3 points back from that touchdown. It is now 17-13 at the half. What are your thoughts so far on this game? So not a ton of offense, but some pretty good defensive play all the way around.
Yeah. My thoughts on this game, when I was a little kid, I used to get these suckers, and they were like really sour grape and really sour lemon.
As we
That's
see
what I
another
think
pick.
of when I look at this matchup. Very like sour lemon and sour grape.
Like Warheads?
Kind of like that, yeah.
Why you're always talking about? I hope that there's no action here. I forgot what I did here on this next play, but why are you always talking about food? You're always talking about
like food. Most people like food.
You're always bringing up, and you know what? People remember that too.
Yeah.
People remember that. They always go back and they say, Goldie, Little Broski, he's always talking about food. They always
say that? Really?
They always have excerpts on your little quotes that you say.
Oh. Well, I would go on the record and say that this game looks like, like sour sucker. That's what I think of. Okay, Denver Tech. Touchdown, Bobby Greer. Denver Tech takes control of this game as we're talking about food.
Yeah, it was a nice little segue. It was a nice little break, right?
No, it's only 3rd quarter. It's the old adage. The only thing that matters is 4th quarter. Get to the 4th quarter, get competitive.
We've been doing too much XBA. Everything's about the 4th quarter. No, it's football, man. It's football. All 4 quarters matter.
Colton Yo with a big catch. Okay, Collins will fake, going to Yo again. You know,
Same
I
play.
think Yo, he must have bulked up because there's no way you can play corner when you're that big. You look like Rob Gronkowski trying to play cornerback.
I think he's done a lot of lifting. I think he's had a lot of workout programs going on in Midland, and they've taken care of him. They've taken care of him, and they are being rewarded with him too, making all these big time plays. So we get a touchdown to Derek Palmer, and Midland State takes the lead here. This pass is completed. I thought, for whatever reason, that had such trajectory and arc on it, I thought he was actually throwing the ball away.
Yeah.
But it's going to be completed for a first down, and everybody's wondering, are they going to go for it? They do. Scott Thomas picks up the first down. It could have been a face mask there too, but he doesn't get that call. 1st and 10. Greer, pass completed to the left. That is Anthony Parker for 11. He's going to pick up the first down. 2nd and goal. Thomas, he is going to find himself in the end zone again. Guys, he's just got the ball carrier vision, man. He just knows where to go. He can read the blocking system. Like, he's just a good player.
I mean, he was recruited as an athlete and was stuck him at halfback, and it's really paid dividends for the rush because he just seems like he's a natural. He's a natural.
He's natural to everything. He can
He's
play
a
a little.
football player.
Can play a little bit at quarterback too, as we've seen earlier in this dynasty. 27-24. Midland State's in business here as Wagner. They're going to him on back-to-back plays. It's a 13-yard rush right there for him. It's going to be 1st and goal. Here is Collins, and oh no, he fumbled!
Oh!
He fumbled the ball! Midland State's first turnover is going to come in the middle of the 4th quarter. And is this where Midland State lives up to the moniker that they just screw up?
There they are.
Oh my God. They're back.
Oh no.
They're here. On a 3rd and 7, they can't stop them. Here's a 3rd and 9. Can they stop them here? Denver Tech, they're bringing pressure. And oh, the pass is dropped. It's dropped. Oh, so Midland State has one more chance, but Denver Tech is going to try for a field goal here to go up by 6, and they're going to miss. Are things changing for Midland State? I don't know. Why would you call a screen there? They got a minute 40 left to go in the game.
Well, touchdown's going to win, obviously. I hate to point out the obvious. 2nd and 10, Kent Collins.
Oh! Yo! It's Yo! He breaks 2 tackles, got 1 man to beat at the pylon! Touchdown! Midland State!
It's like Colton Yo.
Go figure. Oh, you got to dig deep and you got to find your playmakers. And Collins found Yo.
Yo, what's good?
Oh, I think his nickname is Yobo the Great.
Big 12 Nation in Midland State.
It's not over though, guys. It's not over. We can be happy. We can celebrate that play as getting pumped up, but it's not over. A minute and 1 is ticking away. 2nd and 11. Denver Tech, they use 1 timeout. CPU always loves it, that 1 minute timeout, whatever reason that is. 3rd and 11 after the pass is thrown away, and Greer's just firing up a prayer. It's picked off. And Midland State, all they got to do is just waste those Denver Tech timeouts, and this game is over, guys. Midland State is going to win. They're back in the driver's seat.
Okay.
Potentially, because, hey, we already know that Amarillo won.
Thank you.
Oh, man. It's going to be close.
State versus Amarillo next week. The winner will advance to the Big 12 title game and play Shreveport or Ardmore. And that'll be big. That'll be big, guys.
Yeah, we're going to talk about those games right now. Big week, guys. Big week like we talked about at the very beginning of the video. A lot of teams with a lot of things on the line here. Camu, they were hoping for an upset over Shreveport just to get back into the bowl game mix, but they dropped this one. They dropped to 5-6. This was a tough matchup for them anyway, going up against number 3 Shreveport.
Well, look at how many touchdowns Kerry Ashley had in this game.
Yeah, let's count them up. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 touchdowns for Kerry Ashley. That accounted for all of their scores.
Yeah.
Crazy. 560 yards of total offense. It's really crazy to see how this Shreveport offense has evolved from a run-first and a run-only team. Now they're so balanced, and Ashley has had a lot of time to work on himself as being a quarterback And it's paying off, guys. Like, he's just going off. But let's talk about Camu first. 16 of 22 for Jake Reyes, 3 touchdowns, so he didn't play bad. 72%. The running game was there. I mean, 29 points will play. It's just Kerry Ashley went off. And what do you do about that? When a guy goes off like that, what do you do?
Wallace Daniel had a pretty good game from Cam.
Yeah.
Custom recruit.
What did he do with rushing? Yeah, another touchdown. So he had 2 touchdowns on the day. It's pretty nice. Kerry Ashley, let's talk about him. 239 quarterback rating. Is that perfect?
7 touchdowns. He was a little bit better than Canatella today. I think he really came into his own. And Canatella's carved out a good role as that slot receiver. So I think everybody's happy at the end of the day.
Yeah, he even caught a touchdown, so he's a part of it. He was part of it.
They don't hate each other anymore.
No. But he loves going to this guy. Brian Mayfield, the tight end.
Baker Mayfield?
Oh, yeah, could be. Yeah, could be his long-distant, long-lost cousin. Bum, bum, bum. ACU is not ACU anymore, guys. I think Coach DeLoach is goner. If he doesn't win we've been talking about it for 3 years, man.
Is it time for AC to make a change?
It's time. It's time. 4 losses with this type of team, and you lose to McAllen. When you're losing to McAllen,
I don't think McAllen's, correct me if I'm wrong, Big 12 nation out there. You know, I've been out of the loop for a little bit, a little outside out of mind on my end, but I believe McAllen was 0-5 against ACU.
Well, they finally
coming into this game.
That's what I'm saying. Like they've regressed. ACU has now regressed
to McAllen levels.
To McAllen levels, where McAllen can actually start competing and beating them.
Yeah,
that's what's crazy to me. Billy Adams only 3 incompletions, 85%. So yet again, another very efficient day for Billy Adams. And Anders Buckley being the workhorse, 27 for 136 between Adams and Buckley, 3 touchdowns. Even Wade got in for a touchdown as well. Abraham Young, 7 for 49 and a score. Take a look at ACU. McConnell, 11 for 19, so they're not even asking him to throw the ball a ton.
Well, Jake Lewis Jr. had to come in 3 for 7 with 2 picks. Bad.
That's very, 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 very crude. So they must have been doing their scouting, McAllen. They must have been doing their scouting on Jake Lewis, just in case he had to come in, but it was not very effective at all. So Hassan Bonner finally getting some action here. 14 for 73. No Danowski. So he wasn't even used. Must have been injured or something. I'm not sure what happened there, but Bonner, McConnell, those are the 2 guys that really took on the workload in the rushing department. Yeah, and even Danowski wasn't involved in the passing game either, but yeah, Bonner, Fuller, 2 touchdowns. ACU loses the game. Saw this game, 35-32. Ardmore gets the W. We had over 500 yards of offense, and we held Uba to under 400. That's always going to be a good day on defense. Lamont Christian had himself a pretty decent game. But like you said, like you alluded to, he's just going to be one of those guys in the NFL that carves out a nice little career.
I thought they had a pretty good, mix of plays. I think Broken Arrow held their own. Just wasn't enough here. Stanfield threw the 3 picks, though.
Yeah, we got to clean that up. We're not going to be Big 12 champs if we can't take care of the dang football. But Savage was a beast yet again. 2 touchdowns, over 150. That's always an insane day at the office. Amarillo and Nebraska State. Talk a little about your Prairie Dogs.
Well, we got up 10-0, and then we got destroyed after that, and we didn't even hit 300 yards. Very bad. We failed on 3 4th downs. We don't like to punt. You guys know that about me. I feel like if you give me 4 downs to play with, most of the time I'm going to pick up the first down. And I failed on 3 different occasions, and it really cost us the game.
Yeah, it gave up some good field position. But then again, it's kind of the same type of mentality that you've heard so many times in real life, too. If you don't trust your defense and you trust more of your offensive playmakers to make plays, then more times than not, you're probably thinking about going for it on 4th down, too. So being aggressive. But it just kind of sucks that Nebraska State had to drop that game. If they had won, they could have been in the driver's seat as well.
Brothers Bowl
in the West,
in the championship game.
Yeah. All right, we got a loss for Odessa State by 3 scores, 41-20. And this was the big play in this game here, it looks like. 75 yards to Jameel Carter from LaQuinton Evans. So, They put up the yards. They can put up the stats. They just don't get it done at Odessa.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to happen. Jameel Carter with a 24-yard pass.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, man, that's hilarious. That's great.
That?
I like it. I like that. So Quinton Evans didn't have too bad of a day himself, but no touchdowns on the ground other than the quarterback. Must have been a nice little read option play for Quinton. Terry Callahan went off, and so did Jameel Carter. But one of those plays was a 75-yard score, making up most of Carter's day. But Callahan and Carter, they were the big-time guys. Keneal Mason there for 2 for 32 and a score. So that offense for Little Rock is still competing, and they're still doing things. It's nice to see. 2 picks for Johnny Johnson Jr., though. 38 completions for 373 yards. What's the average there? 9.8. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something's wrong. Something's wrong here.
Yeah, well, how did Paris do today? 5 for 52? Ballmer, 2 for 12? Yeah, gotta do better. Camu and Odessa, every year they play each other the final game of the regular season. This year, unless we get one of those 5 and 7 at-larges, the winner's going to a bowl game. Loser probably going to stay home.
Our final game of the night, Midland State, Denver Tech. Midland State hangs on, and they're able to take down their rival out in Denver. This is a big game for them.
I'm now referring to this game as the Sour Sucker Classic.
Okay. All right. Well, you let us know what you guys think in the comment section about my brother's assessment of some things here with this matchup.
My obsession with sour candy.
God, I can't do it.
I like sour candy.
Can't do it. I can't do it.
Denver Tech turnovers costing the game. Denver Tech. How about Denver Tech plays ACU in a bowl game? Even though you can't do that in their own conference. I think they should play each other and see who was the most disappointed.
I would probably still classify that ACU as the most disappointing.
I think so, huh?
I think they were a little more loaded than Denver Tech this year.
Okay. Well, I'm also interested to see next year which team is more likely to come back from, either going to be a 7-5 or an 8-4 campaign for both of those teams. So it's a little underwhelming this year. Big 12 is pretty deep now, I think, across the board. Mm-hmm. Might play a factor in that, but maybe one of these teams will bounce up and become elite again. Maybe the other one goes down again next year. But Kent Collins really making a case for that number 1 overall draft pick in the NFL.
He would definitely be my Heisman vote. He would. I mean, I know that Kalichi Rankin for Stanford is somehow, he's like, is that a custom guy?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Ricky Fontenot from North Carolina is also in the mix. I
don't remember
if that was a rename as well.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
We played Ricky Fontenot and we beat him in the, I think it was Champ Sports Bowl.
Could have been. Yeah. It happens so much for us as content creators. It's hard to remember exactly every little tidbit. There's a lot of people out there though that do remember this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It is kind of crazy. But
I'm sad that I can't just fire it off like I did, a few months ago. But
yeah.
Thank you, coronavirus.
Thank you, Corona. Thank you, COVID. All right, Week 13 is in the books. Let's take a look at Week 14 here and see what all the big games have in store for us here for next week. So we've got some pretty cool matchups, I would say. I wouldn't classify this one as a cool match. We're going to make our picks, though. But I think the big one here, what's going on, is Amarillo and Midland State. So ACU Ardmore, that's just, ACU's out of it.
Big game.
Yeah, we still need to get the W here. But the big game for everybody in this year number 6 is the last game of the year of the regular season for the Big 12.
Nebraska State at Denver Tech.
That's one. This one. Amarillo Midland State. 8 versus 9. And we'll talk about that game in just a moment. But let's go ahead.
Before you go focus on the Big 12 West,
what?
Little Rock and Shreveport. Shreveport can play for the national title as an at-large, like ACU did, if things break their way. They're sitting at number 3 in the nation. And they might not have to play that conference title game if Ardmore defeats ACU, which is a big if. And if Ardmore loses, Shreveport wins at the national championship. Ardmore, obviously, you guys are in the driver's seat to get to the title game, but you got to beat ACU and then the Amarillo Midland winner. So,
okay, all right. So you're saying that
we could have an Ardmore Shreveport national title game.
now that would be hilarious. That'd be great. So we could kind of try to get our revenge there. But okay, so I'll take that back then. So the East does have some drama here between 2 games, and the West has drama between 1 game. So yeah, if we lose this game and Shreveport wins, Shreveport's going to win the division.
And there's rumblings out of Odessa State that if Braxton fails to get them to a bowl game, that he will be fired. There are now rumblings. The boosters are very upset at the promise and the lack of fulfillment of those promises. And with all the controversy going on behind the scenes, everybody's talking about what is going to go on with Braxton Austin Sr. I think he might be on the ropes. I think they got to get to a bowl game. You get to a bowl game, you beat Camu.
Things kind of disappear a little bit. But yeah, just to mention that, I will give you guys like an update video on all of the case that's going on with Vicente Galarza, a former McAllen defensive lineman. It's been kind of slow going with that little case because there are some things with it about the Big 12 Team Builder Dynasty that we will talk about a little bit later, of course, but I wanted to at least give you guys some teasers as to what was going on there. But I'll give you guys kind of an update video here in the next couple weeks to let you guys know what's going on with that big time case. But because it affects some people that are being named by Vicente. So we got player names, we got coach names. Snitches. All right, let's get into the preview here, guys. McAllen and Uba, we'll make this thing quick. I think that McAllen's going to get the W. Some similar type of offenses here. Wranglers do like to get some read option things going on, but that's solely all of McAllen's offense. Who do you like in this matchup?
I like Uba because I'm a big brained contrarian. Uba wins.
Wow. Okay.
It's a mean term, big brain.
I know.
Okay.
Big brain, big mad.
Big brain.
Big sad. I got it. So I'm taking McAllen though. Little Rock and Shreveport. Little Rock's starting to come on a little bit with their offense. I mean, we can see it there up on the screen. Number 4 in pass offense, number 7 in rush defense. Top 30 in total defense. So they're no slouches, but god dang, dude, look at Shreveport. They are legit.
They're so good.
Total defense number 3, pass offense number 7, and they are actually number 115 in rush.
Got some good recruits coming in too. Shotgun Smith coming in from West Hattiesburg.
And look at the turnover differential. 3rd. I'm going to take Shreveport.
Yeah,
it's at the Shreve.
Think Little Rock has a chance?
They have a chance, but I'm still taking Shreveport. I think at the Shreve, they don't lose. And dudes, down in Shreveport, Louisiana, they are going absolutely crazy for their Skeeters right now.
They believe.
You taking Shreve?
Sure.
Amarillo Midland State, the big one. Who do you like? Putting you on the spot here. Who do you like? You got to think about it, I know.
I think it's Amarillo's time.
Oh,
I think it is. I think they're going to win this one.
Okay. You think they're a little more balanced?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Look at Midland. They're bringing in guys from Connecticut and New Jersey. It's not football country. The fans in the stands, they sit on their hands and they drink, wine coolers and stuff. It's not football country, man. If that's who you're going to build your team around, that's how your Midland State. That's how you choke.
All right.
Mental toughness.
Okay, so you're going to go with the mental toughness aspect of it. I get it.
Sure.
I can't pick against Midland State here. I love my Dillos. I absolutely love them. I think Justin Davis is, again, one of the most underrated quarterbacks in this series, in this dynasty for year 6. I think they do have a good offense. Their receivers are really nice with Bradshaw. Quan's actually a pro now in Miami, so they've gotten some pedigree here. They've gotten some good defensive numbers too. Number 17, 104. 104 is not good, but run defense, they're nice. And the running game too. Ezekiel Henry, they rely on him, so they're very balanced in offense, which is going to play for them. But Midland State, I don't know how you can go against Kent Collins. Like, he's proven that he should be the guy. He should be the Heisman guy. I'm going to go with Midland State. I think Kirk's going with Amarillo even. But I'll go with Midland State. I think they finally have gotten that monkey off their back that says, dude, oh, you can't win. You can't win. You're supposed to choke. I think that Denver Tech win really put them over the top. Gansu and Denver Tech. You guys going to clean it up on the... Look at what you've done to my turnover differential.
What was it? It was pretty good?
It was pretty dang good.
Pretty good before?
You've ruined it.
We're giving up 400 yards of offense. I think we can win this game, though.
Yeah, Bobby Greer's a quarterback.
He's a scrambler prototype, so throwing's not what he's great at, but it doesn't seem to matter against our defense. So I think it'll be close. I actually think I'm going to beat Denver Tech this year. We've only done it once so far, so we should be 1-4 against Denver Tech. I think we're going to improve to 2-4.
I'm going to take Nebraska State as well. I think you guys are going to get that dub. ACU at Ardmore. Here's the dealio. Ardmore has been not very good at cleaning up the turnovers lately in the past maybe 3 weeks. We're in the negative now in turnover differential. That is something that I don't do a whole lot of.
Look what you did to your turnover differential.
You're rubbing off on me.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Since you've gotten this controller all nasty. I gotta clean it off now.
Yeah.
Because you got the turnover bug.
Yeah.
No corona, just the turnover bug. I think the point being, though, Ardmore, for whatever reason, when the games start to get a little bit bigger, I tend to choke a little bit sometimes. So that might be a factor here in this game against ACU. It's not like they're a bad team, guys. You can see it there. A+ overall, A+ offense, A defense. We got to clean it up, turnover-free football, and with a controller in my hand, I have to not screw up. I have to clutch up and win this game. We could go to the national title game if we can just win this game here and then win the Big 12 title game. But that's what this game is. We have to win. Because if Shreveport wins like we talked about, Shreveport's in.
We want North Carolina.
Sucks, man. Who are you taking? I'm taking myself. I'm going to put confidence in myself. Give me a little added bonus. Who are you taking?
I'll take Aku.
Taking ACU. Okay, well, look at our recruits. We got number 1 tight end and number 3. Yeah, Traquan. We got to put up the numbers, guys. Darnell Savage, where you at? Camu Odessa. A lot of storylines here.
Timmy Tran coming in, flying in from Hawaii. Out of Hilo. I look at Camu's offense, though. Pretty good. I think Camu should score.
I like Camu.
Tough call.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to take Kansas A&M in this game. I think that Odessa State, they just turned the ball over way too much. -11. Guys, Johnny Johnson Jr. is not the answer. He's never been the answer.
Maybe Galveston should have been playing.
Maybe he should have.
Guy got a raw deal.
I'm going to take Camu. Odessa State does not make it to a bowl game.
Oh.
Who you got?
I'll take Odessa.
All right, guys, that is your Week 14 and Week 13 wrap-up. Week 14 previews are in the books. Who are you guys going to take? Don't give away your picks in the comment section, of course.
Then why did you ask?
Because they have to make their picks. They're going to make their picks in the Google form in the pinned comment and description below.
Well, then don't ask.
I want to. Well, they're going to make their picks.
Yeah.
That's a lead-in. That's a lead-in.
Whatever, man. Hey, you notice how East Carolina, there's 2 spaces in between ECU and the @ You ever notice that? They must have put them in it. They must have entered the name as East Carolina Space Bar.
Guys, make your picks. Not in the comment section below.
Don't tell us who you want. Or who you pick.
No, don't tell us who you want. Just make your picks in the Google form below.
Tell us who you want to win. Do you want to see Shreveport in the national title game? Do you want to see Shreveport versus Ardmore in the national title game? It's a possibility that we have to prepare for.
I say go Thunder Pups. Go Thunder Pups. Go Shreve. I want to see Shreve and Ardmore in the Natty. I want to have another But see, this is the problem, though, is because if we make it to the Natty, we're going to have an asterisk again on our potential national championship W here, because it's Ardmore against ACU. Oh, they should have never been there. That's crazy. Well, I'm rooting for Shreve. I hope that they can do it. We've been waiting for Shreveport for quite some time.
We've been waiting for Amarillo, too.
It's
so
true.
It's good to see them finally get in this position.
It's true. All right, guys, leave a like if you like this thing, and we will see you guys next Saturday. I will be providing a Madden update for you guys in the coming weeks. Remember, we're only in week 14, which means in the NFL, we would be in week 13. So we still got a lot of ways to go here for the NFL update. I don't want to provide those too many times because then it starts getting a little redundant and, pretty short. I want to be able to pack in a lot of content in there as far as stats updates, just storylines updates as well for that Madden series, that Madden update. So that's all I wanted to let you guys know about on that front. So we will see you guys next Saturday. Leave a like if you like this thing. Again, make your picks in the Google form listed below. And if you want to just take a look and check and see if you actually won a prize for the next Team Builder series, there is a standings link as well. It's a Google Sheet. Click on all of the tabs below and you can see if you ended up winning a prize in that specific week. So guys, we will see you next Saturday. As always, peace.